Hi Libra, welcome into your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of November 2023. I hope life is treating you well. I was planning on doing your reading with an oracle deck and two different tarot decks, just to, I'm hearing, spice things up and keep things fresh. But I unfortunately didn't get around to doing your reading successfully in time before I moved across the country again. So I am doing it with just one tarot deck, the Light Seers to be exact. But let's do some shuffling and see what the month has in store for us. Of course, in regards to our money and career for Libra, November 2023. Ooh, the Star card, the Hierophant in the Page of Cups. They want me to mention that in the first attempt to get your reading done today, I ended up stumbling upon my words so much that I had to start over. And that might happen to you for whatever reason. It might apply to your situation. I did get the Wheel of Fortune as one of the main cards, and I feel like the wheel is turning in your favor. Risks are paying off for one in particular, or it will moving forward. There's a sense of your progress, the progress that's coming to be for you from the past and currently throughout this month feels very satisfying. Where you're being reminded where you put your efforts and your resources, that's what grows. That's what, once again, prospers and works in your favor. That's where the wheel turns for you. But there's a focus on a wish fulfillment, all right? Now, this could be a wish that you've already achieved or maybe partially achieved. But for some, there's a wish within a wish, okay? Say you move to a new place of residence like myself and there's a new job or another place to live following that, right? Due to that, could be maybe a new department within that same company for you. Could be an expansion or more success, a new level for yourself within that business. Here in that company, but you're a shining star. I mean, you're a Libra. I mean, there's no doubt about that in my mind and Spirit's mind. And you need to remember that throughout the month. And you may get reminders of how good looking, how passionate and creative and skilled you are. And I know that doesn't necessarily have to connect to your money and career, but I feel like for whatever reason that's coming up in this reading, okay? Now, say you're putting yourself on social media or in the public eye otherwise, that's going to benefit you greatly. All right, that sense of vulnerability, that sense of your personality, your skill set, or multiple shining. A very talented individual being drawn to this reading. There's going to be a lot of little distractions throughout the month, maybe little disturbances, so do be aware of that. Getting noise in particular, energy affecting you. There's a sense of you knowing what you're doing and doing it so damn well. You may find that at certain points in the month, it's pointed out, highlighted when you're more comfortable, right? Say it's where you're living, where you're working, where you're spending money, when you're less comfortable naturally as well. And I just feel like this is going to teach you a lot about maybe your past, but more importantly, your future. And those obviously could connect. But a sense of you looking to your North Star and all the meanwhile trusting your intuition in regards to potential options to invest in, maybe potential options for a new job, the future of the current situation or multiple that you have at hand, right? Maybe thinking about what to release or what you may inevitably have to moving forward, but change is the name of the game. A sense of you having a peaceful, confident nature about yourself with, I'm hearing little quirks, okay? Little small moments where you just second guess or you hold back, but remembering that everything is purposeful, all right? I also feel like you're being reminded, as I'm being drawn to this mandala imagery, if I could speak, things are going to step by step, moment by moment, progress by progress, build into more for yourself. This could be in regards to a business to potentially get off the ground, or you are. Could be something you're continuing, right? But something is meant to, piece by piece, create this huge amount of success for you, and you're going to feel so gratified by it. And I also feel like that's a reminder that that's how you've saved efficiently in the past, for a lot drawn to the reading, right? It reminds me of me saving up for one of my several moves of residence that's cost me a ton of money overall. I would serve, relentlessly, picking up shifts left and right, and I would just put the majority of that cash aside, and then boom, I have exceeded my goal or multiple in order to make it happen for myself. You're an individual being drawn to this reading where when you desire something, don't you make it happen, right? Or if you don't, it's not meant to be. What's meant to be will come into play for you. You're very much guided throughout this month in regards to your spiritual connection. both guides and random spirits when it comes to your intuition and what you're feeling quite strongly. There's a sense of a lot of Libras being drawn to the reading being naturally very intuitive, right? And that's going to come into play in several different ways throughout the month. A reminder to trust it. But you're very much a healer by nature, right? You may need to heal from being a healer or heal from your work or wherever you're living or shopping at, but you could be a tarot reader, a psychic, something of the sort. I'm getting Reiki to be specific, but something about you is very special, very unique, and that's being highlighted through your body of work, through your presence. And you're being reminded when you glow, when you do something, it's not just the act of doing that. It's not just a reminder that you're doing what you're meant to, or you're where you're meant to be. It's more so a reminder of how you're meant to feel. Okay, very interesting. As I'm being very heavily spoken through, and you might be as well throughout the month. But I really feel like there's a glow about you throughout the month when you do what you're supposed to, when you speak your truth, when you get your Libran voice out there. All right, there's a sense of you being a bright shining star once again, but with a peaceful nature that's meant to proceed moving forward and grow, but you're meant to proceed, move forward and grow as well. So what's holding you back? What was holding you back? And what do we want to actually move towards? And again, feel things out, trust your intuition, and gain that attention that you truly deserve, because you might need it to grow your business. You might need it to get what you deserve when it comes to your career or that new investment. But your social skills also coming into play. You're able to communicate to success. You're able to communicate, socialize, connect with people once again to gain that new opportunity, to open that door. But is it right for you? Again, trust what you're feeling. Trust what you're being communicated. But you may also feel very much looked after. But for some, you're watched over by an authority figure, right? Or two or three at most. But it feels like either way, there's more of a focus on the fact that in the midst of change and moving towards or continuing wish fulfillment, there's protection, all right? There's looking after, but it's also a vibe of you being, okay, as for something here in caretaker, but you taking care of business, watering something once again, doing what's important and making sure that things move in the right direction, period. Take that message in a multitude of ways, because I don't feel like it's going to apply in just one way for you. If you're looking into a new opportunity, potential for a door to open, whether it's a new place to live, it could be a new car, some other investment, a new job maybe a place to run your business or an investor. There's a lot of options, there's a lot of choices, but let's take action. Swift movement, swift decision making. That came up in 3 out of the 4 signs I read for. Breathe though, breathe. I feel like you have more going on than meets the eye. People don't need to understand your choices. You just need to be confident about them and manifest more success moving forward. There's something you chose or something you're choosing, and there's potential stresses in regards to it. There's potential difficulties. What you left behind, my friend, that was purposeful. Was that a job? Was that where you were living? Was it both? Could even be somebody that you're thinking about when you're working or when you're at home, because that's an investment once again. All very purposeful, all right? You know more than meets the eye, and sometimes you feel more than you're actually giving yourself credit for. There's a feeling that there's just a lot of financial success ahead for you, and I can just feel that strongly. Being another message to reiterate what we've already been saying, but I just feel like you're going to be financially relieved, financially, I'm hearing debt-free for some, financially comfortable in the future, and you're going to be reminded of this. Certain things like TV shows or a movie, maybe ads, getting a billboard for some, maybe small synchronicities popping up left and right will remind you that there's a lot ahead for you, and that you deserve more than maybe is at hand or that you've dealt with in the past, or both. But a sense of fulfillment as well being on the horizon for you, naturally when it comes to making, earning, and gaining money, right? That absolutely is fulfilling. I mean, you're drawn to a money and career read, right? But when it comes to your work, when it comes to achieving what you're meant to, what you want to, and getting what you deserve, it feels like Spirit's saying, when you prove certain people wrong, when you make things work for you, when you improve your life for the better, that's what it's all about. All right, that's what it's all about. You may be thinking about past times when you were restricted, all right, but that can't hold you back. It didn't, and it shouldn't moving forward. And I feel like you might think about certain restrictions at hand, or maybe limitations, what you don't have, what you need, but don't let that take over. All right, it's all about your perspective, your view, and remembering you're manifesting, as the magician is here, all the meanwhile. All right, a sense of you taking charge and needing to take the wheel as the wheel turns in your favor, and having this very independent vibe. And Spirit saying, as things work out for you step by step, day by day, moment by moment, accomplishment by accomplishment throughout the month of November, reach for that hope and don't let it go. All right, when it comes to the future of your finances, when it comes to the future of your career, and what you choose to invest in more than one way. All right, a sense of the Libras drawn to the reading, having what it takes to make it big in this lifetime. All right, some of which desiring fame, some of which desiring just simple accomplishments, right? But whatever it is for you, I again feel like there's a lot of fortunate success for you, and that's a message in of itself in more than one way. Once again, fortunate success. I might label this reading fortunate success if I could speak. I get carried away in these readings. But it's very interesting because I just keep looking over and pulling from the bottom of the deck, and I don't normally do that. Things might be working for you in different ways throughout the month where it's like, I don't normally do it this way, but that came to be for a reason, right? That succeeded in that way for a reason, or I succeeded in that way for a reason. A very purposeful month. I thought I saw the High Priestess. I did. Beautiful. Spiritual connection, my friend, is part of your month, whether it's part of your work or not. Your intuition, your higher self, and you getting messages left and right, putting that to use. Use your intuition to help other people is also what I'm getting. And you're very strong because of what you've been through, all right? You're being reminded what you went through when it came to past investments that didn't work out, that did work out, maybe both. When it came to past jobs, businesses, whatever worked out and or didn't. I guarantee it's both. You are being reminded that it's prepared you for what's at hand. All right, again, you have what, as I got cut off due to lack of storage, which was purposeful due to certain background noises now. I was simply saying that, or not simply saying, I was saying in general that you have what it takes due to what you've been through, what you're going through, and will more so moving forward. It feels like, again, this is a month where you're being reminded endings are purposeful, all right, from the past and moving forward. And I feel like you are at times feeling very to yourself, even when you're working with other people, surrounded by people, or connected to a community. But people are feeling drawn to you, and it feels like it's a month where things are simply working out in your favor, left and right. The wheel of fortune is now what I'm getting. The wheel is turning in your favor once again. It's a month where you need to remember that your choices are yours, and moving forward towards more money, more success, more happiness and fulfillment, more comfort even, that's the right choice for you. It may be a month where you're reminding yourself that you deserve to manage your money more wisely, all right? Just being completely honest, and to improve your habits when it comes to your finances, right? No overspending is what I'm getting, but it may be inevitable at certain other points. It's a month where let's wrap this up and remember that once again, this is a month of fortunate success, fortunate fulfillment, and a lot of abundance, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. I'm sending you all of the love and light, and go enjoy your month. I'll see you next time.